Kegedean. Tapi dulu. Hai. Ntar gue siapa ya? Singer-songwriter was going from NIJISANJI. Reza, Avanluna. Hi everyone, I'm definitely not sleepy. Definitely not EP. Hey, we're having some DM talk today. Have everyone watched the second episode of Nocturne of the Heaven? Yeah. Have you guys watched that? If you guys haven't, what are you doing? Why the hell not? And I was like, what was that? Oh, that's World of Tanks. Have you played World of Tanks yet? Why the hell not? You know, do you guys know that? No? Fine. Do you guys not know that? Why the hell not? Dang. I'm gonna grab some things. Anyway, hi people. The legendary loudspeaker moment. I know, right? It's like the best loudspeaker moment. It's like loudspeaker. World of Worship, yeah. Worship and adore. Anyway, today we're gonna have like some DM talks about being a DM. If anyone wanna ask questions, wanna share their DMing, stories, especially RPG horror stories, yeah? RPG horror stories, people. Wouldn't that be nice? Send some questions and stuff through the form. And again, chat is fucked. Anyway, let's see. I will try to read them all. Let's get some exciting music. Something that's not so, how do I say it? Mellow. 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 No, this sounds like a berita. Okay, let's go. So let's see what people have to ask for in the question form. So first question from Anon: if you play Avanluna RPG, will you check out whatever archive will post on Avanluna tag even when you graduated? Yeah, definitely. If you play Avanluna RPG, right? Yeah, I haven't finished that one. The system is on the way. I'm trying to finish it. But yeah, I will definitely watch it. But you know, there's no way you guys will know if I watch it. I mean, I don't know how to tell you that. Oh my god. Oh lord. But yeah, that's a good question. No. Anyway, so there's that. So next one from Salem. Did you have any concepts for a Fabula Ultima campaign? Yeah, I did. I did have a concept for a Fabula Ultima campaign. I believe you guys know like the concept that I created, like the Windfarers of like whatever that continent was. I forgot, but it's basically what the fuck is going on? Wait, why? Music. What the hell? It's gone. The music is gone. Wait. The music is gone. Let me do this. There we go. It's back. Wasn't the post time skip Lunars? I think so. No, I think it's in the middle. Yeah. Wait. I forgot, but like there's one concept where like it will take place in the middle of like the time skips, because like the people of CFS like got sent back to the past and then they went back to the future, but the past is now a new kind of past, so like there wasn't any like there and all, but we will be that. But the concept was about dragons, ancient dragons and everything, including the rose dragon that showed up in CFS. That thing is supposed to be like some kind of like thing to show up again in another Lunars campaign that is, you know, that will be using Fabula Ultima. Well, was going to use Fabula Ultima system, but well. So yeah, I did have a concept for that with dragons and stuff. You know, Shenlong. Anyone remember Shenlong? And the fall of Shenlong? Yeah, that basically. But yeah, come to think of it, I did have a concept. I don't think I will be able to answer this one. Oh, Anon ask, Ja, apa jadi mau buat one shot dari Nocturne of the Heaven? I don't think we have time, buddies. I need to finish some songs. I need to finish writing stuff. I need to finish the system that I created. I don't think we have enough time for those kind of things. But also, when I think about it, I will probably be able to do it like around September. But the problem is, the moment we reach September, we will lose our third amazing regular, and you know there will be no more. Three people is not enough for, you know, for Nocturne of the Heaven, definitely. Bam bam. Nocturne of the Heaven. So yeah, I don't think there will be one. I sure do want to do that though, like the wedding kind of thing. Just to mess with people. It's like, Godwin is stupid. But yeah. Jang, Nocturne of the Heaven. Oh my god, I need to play that. Where is it? It's supposed to be somewhere here. Is it in this one? Jang, Nocturne of the Heaven. Oh no, shit, it's not. Where is it? I don't think I have it here. Damn. It's in the other PC. It probably is, yeah. I was like, man, it's in the other PC, yeah, probably. Jang, Nocturne of the Heaven. I'll just play a video for that. I'll just play like a video and then. Ooh. Where is it? It's supposed to be around here.
Nocturne of the Heaven.
Nocturne of the Heaven. God. I need to make sure though, because I actually put like a mid-roll ad there just to mess with people. Did people get it though? Like Jan, Nocturne of the Heaven, and then ad break. God. Okay, next one. Anon ask, apakah ada one shot MI yang kepikiran untuk dibuat sequel atau episode lanjutannya? Oh, is there any MI one shot that I made sequels and like that I planned sequels and next episodes of? Oh yeah, surely yeah. I mean, what was it again? What was that campaign about? Marcella Marigold? Who the fuck said Full Metal Atheist? Alchemist! Full Metal Atheist. Oh my god. Damn. Anyway. What is Marcella Marigold thing again? Marcella Marigold. Going home? Yeah. The horror one, not the nocturne one. Going home, yeah. Going home had. I planned a sequel for Going Home, but I was like, eh. It wasn't that good. It took out the mystery out of like the mystery like story, so it just let it go. I mean, seriously, guys, the cult, they don't bother me anyway. I don't ask. Hey Reza, will the sword that you make be privated or be open? I will try to make sure that like most of my TRPG streams to be available later as VODs. But we'll see. We will see. That's what I'm planning anyway. Anon ask. That is not a DM talk thing. Will you still ego search every so often? Now, 今でもエゴサしてねえや、もう。I don't do egosa these days, guys. I don't even do egosa these days. So no. I'm not sure anyway. Why is that? Where's the DM talk questions? Number 59. Anon ask, hi aja, gue mau bilang thank you banget buat stream-streamnya, especially stream D&D. Woo! Thank you for introducing me to D&D. Dan sekarang juga gue jadi DM buat D&D campaign sama temen SMA gue. Wey! Dan gue juga mau tanya, ada DM tips gak? Thank you for everything, especially the fun D&D streams. Woo! Over prepare the world, under prepare everything else. That's the main DM tips, guys. Just write like multiple pages of what the setting is, and under prepare everything else. Like do not think too much about like, oh, what will they do, but it's more like just basically over prepare the world, so like whatever they do, you can immediately just improv like around it. And especially, and of course, to just startle them with an outrageous bullshit when they jokingly ask about something, and it's like, hi Ja, does what is it? Does brothels exist in this world? And then suddenly you start to just, you start a 30 minutes lecture about like the history of brothels in your world, something like that. Yeah, so do not over prepare like things, This is like The NDM, yeah. We're talking about like the ND. We're talking about TRPG stuff right now. We're talking about TRPG because that's the only thing I do these days. Oh god, sorry. Joker's Hideout asked, "Hi Reza, I've been a fan of your TRPGs for a while now, but only started to interact in the chat recently. I have a question related to Nocturne of the Heaven. Each episode is named after a song title as a little motif. The exception of the naming motive is for the finale. Was that an intended choice to not have a title based on a song? Unless the title is based on the Undertale song of the same name. As a follow-up question, what song title do you think will fit for Nocturne of the Heaven's last episode? My personal favorite headcanon title for the Nocturne of the Heaven finale will be The Final Countdown by Europe." The Final Countdown! So, technically, Nocturne of the Heaven's finale is called Nocturne of the Heaven. Yes, that's that sounds a little bit stupid, but like I didn't write the Nocturne of the Heaven finale. I didn't write down like the title again because I already wrote like the Nocturne of the Heaven on the title of that stream. So I just didn't want to write Nocturne of the Heaven episode 14 Nocturne of the Heaven. So I'll just Nocturne of the Heaven episode 14 finale, but it's technically the title of that episode is Nocturne of the Heaven. And technically Nocturne of the Heaven is a song title, exactly, Ruby. So yeah. So there you go. So technically, it is still a song title. I think it's like I don't know, like the idea actually was about like at first it was about like, oh my god, like I had this like cool idea of like just using song titles as the title for like each episode because I'm going to release a song based on this game. Right, I was saying so at that point what will happen is that I will release an episode whose title is based on the game, the series that the title is for, and everyone will be like, what? Right, so like the 14th episode's title is Nocturne of the Heaven because a song Nocturne of the Heaven exists because the existence of a song that exists because of Nocturne of the Heaven that exists because technically I wanted to make a song. That existed because we wanted to do a Kamigakari session. You get what I meant? It's like it's a whole bullshit of things. The whole game is just a setup for a song. No, the whole game is a game that, you know, it's a complicated thing. We wanted to do a Kamigakari game, so we started Nocturne, and I was like, oh my god, maybe I should make a song about this. So there you go. And then from the idea, like the initial idea of that song, I created some of the stories. And like from those stories that we created, I made a song based on that. And that song became the title of the last episode. So it's like bullshit. Thank you, A, for becoming a Tampan. You're a Tampan Fold now. Yeah, it's mixed media technically. Yeah. It's like reverse liars. Dang that. Okay, next up, fish guy. Oh my god, this is either Rai Galilei or the actual fish guy. Can we do a Lunaris post-mortem? Sure, why not? We can always. Oh my god, okay, guys. Okay, here's the ground rules of this stream. Okay, here's the ground rules. I am someone who will not stop talking about the worlds that I created and the stories that I wrote. So if you just kept on asking questions about those, there will be a chance that this stream will end around 2 a.m. Anyway, the first question from the fish guy. The initial goals of you were building Lunaris. What themes or mood were you aiming for? Lunaris. Lunaris was okay. The weirdest thing about Lunaris was that Lunaris was created around the inconvenience of being a content creator. I cannot steal arts. So basically, Lunaris was actually like the first draft of Lunaris, right? The one that I used for Lunarian Reunion. Is that what's called Lunarian Reunion? Whatever that is, right? It was created out of like inconveniences of being a content creator. First of all, I didn't have any money, so I couldn't commission things from artists and all, because, well, there we go. And then I didn't know the existence of Booth, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to buy anything anyway because I didn't have any money. Hey, isn't that nice? Is that nice? I was like, well, is that nice? I don't know. Anyway, so what I did at that time was like, okay, let's see. We have Unsplash, Pixabay. So I can definitely use things from here. So let's make an urban fantasy stuff, because those are the pictures that I can get from those free stock images stuff. God. So basically, that's what happened for on the first draft, like in the first stage of Lunaris. So the theme was about, so the theme for Lunaris, Lunarian Reunion was actually it's kind of the same as Nocturne, or more like, because I couldn't bring that story in Nocturne, I brought it back to I couldn't do that in Lunarian Reunion. I brought it to Nocturne basically. So the whole idea about like Lunarian Reunion is like the Lunaris people who actually who actually got sealed, like, you know, the mother that they're looking for, that is sealed in the moon, is well, it turns out the Lunars are not actually bad, right? But they got sealed there. So like the dude, I forgot what his name. What's his name? What's his name? I remember Celine. Xenon, there you go. Xenon. So yeah, Xenon is basically the what is it? He was trying to like he was trying to find himself basically. Xenon is like, Xenon had like a whole identity crisis of like, I was just created to like to protect Selena and everything. And what happened basically, he wanted to bring the mother back for the thing. So in a way, you can say Xenon is somewhat like Amano-Jaku in a way. While the mother is like the one that he tried to revive or like release is is Angelica, basically, right? So yeah, there you go. Mothers are such a central theme in NIJISANJI, Yeah, I guess so. Am I a mama's boy? But like, yeah, mothers are such a central theme in NIJISANJI. I don't know why. It's like I'm not sure actually. I cannot answer that. I cannot comment on that because that's also what I just realized. Okay, sure. Angelica is technically some kind of mother. But like in the end, it's more like I like to simplify things to like familial relationship kind of thing. It's like just a whole huge like dysfunctional family, or like some kind of like those kind of like interpersonal relationship. So well, there you go. So yeah. But the mothers are also, I like to see goddesses. I guess I just prefer goddesses, guys, rather than big bulky gods with like beards and all like it's just like when they're really nice ladies, or or whoever that guy is. What's his name? Wait, what's his name? The guy that I created like to just mock people. Do you guys remember that? What are the twin gods? I gave you guys a lowly. I gave you guys a lowly trap. Exodus is a lowly trap. Exodus is a lowly trap, man. What are you talking about? Anyway, next up, the rough timeline of development IRL. How did you turn it from the world building stream material to 2 campaigns plus a 2-1 shot? Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, you see the lunar stuff? Okay, sure. Basically, the world building stuff always happen. How do I say it? Like that's just my mind. That's just how my mind operates, basically. Really? That's just how my mind operates. Like every time I do world building. So for example, Lunaris, right? When I created Lunaris as the city at the start, and like I start adding things like the robots and all and all of the bullshit, like the first thing in my mind is like, how did it become like that? So I have like a rough timeline of like the history of the world. I usually do that because I like them. I like doing those, like mapping out like the grand timeline of the world that I created since like the first formation of the planet to like that point in time, and usually like over like the further it is from like the current time frame, it will be like more vague, right? So like those things happen. So like because I know like the rough idea of like what each era is, when I need to make more details around that era, I could just do that. And that's what always happened usually, because like after the Lunars I needed to create like that world, but for what's his name? The solo campaign with Rai Galilei, right? There's the solo campaign with Rai Galilei. Lulalalolale, I think is that's his name. And yeah, that's basically like I needed to do that and to create like a time for rebirth basically. And then after that I needed to create like CFS. But like actually I usually just group like all of those era, like I just separate all of those era a lot. So my usual world building thing is like is my usual thought process is basically the world will always be resetted like after a few hundred years. Like for some reason it got the reset. It's like near, but a little bit more simple, a little bit simpler, you know. Do you guys understand the world that is built by Yoko Taro, man? Yeah, that's basically it, right? It's like he created like such a like huge grand timeline that like kept on resetting itself after like a few thousand years, right? And then it's like you will think that they don't have any correlation with each other, but technically it's just a whole grand timeline. It's like, that's stupid, isn't it? But I do that too. It's like, okay, so this is the era of like, okay, that at this era there's this huge cult. And then the Great War. But then the Great War got erased because the cult was destroyed. And Angkor was saved. So I needed to create another era of that. And that will be era of the dragons. And like so on and so forth and so on and so forth. But usually the main lore is the same. It's like it's like for Lunars and those words like about like the primordials and everything. The primordials are the beings who created the world and those kind of stuff. Well, for Nocturne of the Heaven, it's like it's like this whole bullshit of like thousands and thousands of years of history. About spirits and people's consciousness, creating spirits, and those spirits affecting people's consciousness, then enable them to affect other spirits. You know, like, get what I meant? Yeah, this kind of stuff. Like, the usually like. I don't usually have like a theme for a world. I have a theme for each era, but basically I have like what is it? The main not theme, I guess. The main rules for each world, and then I'll just go around that rules. Like I created the rules at first. And the rules is it's either written or it's just in my mind that I just think about all the time, and I will just play with them. It's like, oh yeah, like we can play more with this. We can add something else. We can just play around with one rule, and yeah. So that's how I did. That's how I created like the. You know, that's how I expanded that one world into like huge things. Because like, again, the world is like a huge place. There's technically an infinite number of stories within one world. No matter how small it is, it's still a story. So, you know, as long as you can just play with the main rule of the world, then you can just create everything based on it. Number 3, the rough timeline. The rough timeline. So the rough timeline is rebirth. Rebirth is like one of like the earliest. And then CFS. Oh wait. That's not the actual rough timeline. How do I explain this? Now I'm confused. How to explain this? So here's what happened, right? Let's say, what happened? So if we're talking about, if we're talking about the current state of the timeline, let's talk about the current state of the timeline. That means CFS, Shenlong, and then Lunar is far in the future, basically. So more like CFS, the rest of MIA, Shenlong, the rest of the MIA and Shenlong, and then Lunar is in the far future, and then going home, right? That's it. Technically going home is not in that part of the bullshit, but technically it can be. Going home is like a special case. Going home doesn't have a world. Technically. But I like to say that it's in Lunaris thing. So that's what happened, right? That's basically what happened. But if you're talking about like so what happened chronologically? It's hard to say what happened chronologically. Wait, how do I explain this? What the fuck? Do I need to create like new timeline, old timeline kind of bullshit? Oh shit. Yeah, I need like diagram for this. Oh my god, what did you just unlock, Ruby? Ruby, what did you ask? Why did you ask this question? I guess thank you for asking the question, but still. Okay, everyone, if you blame Ruby on this. So. You guys will regret this because I like talking about it. So let's talk about the old timeline and new timeline, right? So the old timeline is where Anggolmoa became evil Anggolmoa, and what is it? Good Anggolmoa. Right, there you go. So what happened in the old timeline is that what happened in the old timeline is that so what happened is that there will be start of war basically, right? So start of war, and then rebirth, and then color of the end. So what happened after the color of the end, actually, they're like, this is where like everything branches to two, right? So what happened in the color of the end is basically two things, two possible outcome of color of the end, actually. So like if we're going with the old timelines, in the color of the end, Chrome, I believe that's what his name, Chrome actually succeeds. So what he actually tried to do, right, is that like he's been there for like thousands of years. He's been alive for like thousands and thousands of years, and then he doesn't like the war and on. Like his sister died, his sister's husband died. It was like all the thing, right? In the war between primordials and other primordials. You get the whole thing with Exodus and everything, right? So like he's just fed up. It's like, fuck, right? I cannot trust the primordial on this. I cannot trust the humans on this. And like, Uncle Moa, you're actually right, dude. Like you're right. This world is not worth it. But like you're weak, you know. You just want to destroy the world. You just want to like do your revenge and like go home with your sister. No, buddy. I'm going to reset the world. So basically, what happened after the Color of the End? If Chrome wins, or so technically there's a timeline where the CFS people, the CFS players, characters, actually say yes to Chrome. If that happens, then Lunaris and Lunarian, then Lunarian reunion happen, right? And then so like after that, the whole thing reset. The whole world, I'd say, world reset. Lunarian reunion, basically, right? So what this happened because before the start of the war, the primordial testifiers failed in a way. No, more like this is what happens because Daniel Richter, Dan and Ann died. Right? So, Dan and Ann died, start of the war, rebirth, Color of the End. If Trump wins, world is at Lunarian reunion. There you go. Right. So, new timeline, Dan and Ann lives. Because CFS happened. CFS, Dan and Dan lives. CFS passed. Dan and Dan lives. And then no start of war. Right? No rebirth. Shenlong. Dragon Age. Not EA. And then no world reset. Who the hell knows what happens to Lunaris, basically. So the campaigns are alternate timelines. So technically, yeah. Technically the world got reset after CFS, basically. CFS is just that thing. You know, that reset the timeline. It's like the days of the future past. So Leo gone. No. More like Leo lives. So the whole thing about Rebirth is that Leo in Rebirth is actually not alive. Oh my god. Let me talk about the concept of let me talk about the concept of I forgot. Is that his name? I forgot. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about Leo. Leo is actually dead. Is his name Leo? Is Ray Galileo's character Leo? I think so. So he actually died already, right? When he showed up as a dude, like when he showed up as a child in that house, do you guys remember that everyone who attacked that house was actually extremely terrified by Leo? It's because in their eyes they're seeing a monster. They didn't see a child. They see a monster. So like what happened with Leo is like he actually died like around like 20s. Around his 20s due to something, right? Like he lived with his mother and his father there, and then he died around his 20s, and then his father died. His mother's like is still alive at that time in the thing, and then he was rebirthed. He was reborn as that monster that is trying to like to either be strong or to either find the truth of himself, right? So that's basically like the question that is asked to Leo and Rai Galilei at that time is like, do you want to be stronger or do you want to know the truth of what you are? And throughout the whole thing, what he was going to do. So oh my god, I wrote so much for Rebirth. Not gonna lie, I wrote so much for Rebirth. I will tell you everything because I forgot most of the thing, right? So what happened in Rebirth? Let me open my notes. Let me open my notes. Rebirth story of an eclipse, campaign blueprint. There you go. So it's basically a power fantasy thing, where like he will be like he will get like stronger and stronger over time and all. I will change the BGM so it's like it's nicer. Yeah, there's a power bullshit, right? So, Lilala Lorelei, he... Do you guys know the wolf, the huge wolf, and like the eyes and everything? Was that the eye? I'm not sure. I forgot. But like he basically got contact. He formed a contract with the Forgotten One. I believe you guys remember. Like at that time, we created like someone called Tabula Ragna, right? So like the Forgotten One was actually a primordial. And then he was sealed by the other primordial. So this whole being sealed thing is also part of his what is it, like part of like the war bullshit, right? Part of the war bullshit. So what happened is that what happened is that he like this Ragna actually have 7 aspects like of stuff, of like the things that he can actually how do I say it? He can bestow on like people that he chose. Before he was sealed, he's like he's actually like a good primordial. So like his 7 aspect was actually like just like in 7 like really good stuff that I just made up, right? Perseverance, passions, other stuff. But because of him being sealed, everything just changed into like the 7 sins basically: pride, greed, lust, gluttony, and so on and so on and so on, right? And like what's happening is basically what's happening is what Ragna wanted Leo to do was to kill this twisted individuals that he gave his aspects to, and by killing them or defeating them, Leo will slowly gain more power and will gain more ability to finally learn the truth of himself, basically. So that's why that first arc he fought like Idra, right? Idra was the I believe Idra was the witch of Azalea. Azalea was the one with the last aspect, basically. What she did to people was to she kidnapped children. She kidnapped orphans of war and everything, and technically raised them with the power of love. That's what Idra does. And so yeah, the whole bullshit and Rebirth was actually about like how someone's wish becomes twisted. Like, you know, like none of the people and that Leo will actually fight in the whole campaign is actually bad people. It's like none of them are bad. None of them is bad. It's like none. They're all like people who have like wishes who got twisted because of like the aspect of like Tabula Ragna, basically. And that's why Ragna wanted them killed or at least defeated, and that's why the crest exists on each of them. That's the story for Rebirth. So the idea was to give him more memories along the way, and then he will slowly grow up immediately. He will have like he will gradually gain his true like form throughout the campaign by killing or like by defeating these people and getting their power. That's the idea of Rebirth. It's a whole power grabbing, power fantasy stuff. Yeah, Leo will slowly become like because like basically at the end, what Leo will be is basically the only one who have like all 7 aspects of Metabula Ragna, and he will just become like the ultimate being. Technically, he will become a primordial, or more like a being that is the equal of primordial. And like at the end of that journey, he will fight Chrome, basically. And in canon, Chrome kills him. Because that's what Chrome is. So, because the war didn't happen, Leo didn't die. That means in new timeline, so in the new timeline, Leo Lorelei is actually just a normal farmer boy, because he didn't die, because there's no war. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically it. So that's the thing. That's the thing. That's this is the rough timeline of stuff, guys. I don't know why we started to talk about Rebirth, but this is the timeline, the 2 timelines of the Lunars stuff. But yeah, isn't that nice? You know, like the funniest thing is, someone might ask, where is MIA in this? So, where is MIA, if you ask? So, we have old timeline, new timeline, and new timeline, but theoretically we have timeline X, timeline Y, timeline Z, timeline A, and so on and so forth down, right? Who the hell knows, right? Who the hell knows how many timelines there will be, right? But all of these timelines of the Lunarist, I would say, world, or universe or multiverse, I guess, have like one center, and that is the library, the Möbius infinite Athenaeum. So what happened in the first ever session of MIA is that this Chrome, right? So what happened was this Chrome reaching MIA, reaching the Athenaeum, and then realized that there's like infinite possibilities of how the world could be. And then after the world reset, like he got sent there, he will start to just do whatever shit he wants to do. That's what I think is supposed to be the main, if there's even any, the main story of MIA, any MIA, because like it's basic. All those stories will just be either like just one shots or Chrome doing some bullshit in the multiverse. So and that is stupid, and that's stupid, and probably, you know, and it probably needs 10 years of development and stuff. Still somehow understand this over what is happening in MCU's multiverse saga. Who the hell knows that? Everywhere he goes is the bad guy, huh? Chrome is more like the I think I created Chrome as someone who just gave up. It's like, dude, it's like, rather than it's like he's an ideal. He left the realm of the primordials for his own ideals, because like he doesn't like the world like this. Like, why can't we all just live in peace, right? So like he is someone who has like ideals, and he stands by his ideology for thousands and thousands of years, only to find that it doesn't mean anything. Right? It's like no matter how many people no matter how many people he save, more people will just die because of just some other dude trying to conquer the world. It's like he's in that like that he's in that stage where like he doesn't it's like, you know, like he realized that there's no ideal world. There will never be an ideal world. You know, it's like the worst kind of villain. You know, the villain without any goal. Like his main goal is just fuck it. If you're just going to destroy the world, let's just destroy it now, kind of thing. He doesn't have any goal. It's like that's literally that. It's like that's what he wants to do. In the end, it's like that's the kind of villain that he is. Like the worst kind of villain, because like those kind of villains can't be, you know, you can't talk them out, and they are physically extremely powerful. So it's like, what do you think went right or wrong with the setting? I'm not sure actually. I think what went extremely wrong in the setting is that I was a young boy whose father is taking to the city to see the marching band. No, I think what's wrong with the setting was the fact that we're using the ND. There is this there's just this there's just this, how do I say it? There's this wrong conception about D&D that everyone believed, that I believe too. That wrong conception was that D&D is limitless. No, there's a clear limit in D&D. There's no limit in TRPG. TRPG doesn't have a limit. D&D does. And because we believe that D&D doesn't have any limit, we try to push that limit. Like we like but what we realize, what everyone should realize, is that you cannot play D&D within a setting that is not Forgotten Realms, or a setting that clearly resembles Forgotten Realms. There's no way you can do that. And that's what happened to Lunarian Reunion. You can't actually play D&D for using. You can't exactly use D&D for like an urban setting. Kinda use it for like when the dragons were more like wise ones and everything. You cannot play a D&D game. You cannot have a D&D settings without different churches around and like all the oaths and everything that follows. It's hard. It's just hard, and like where it went wrong. I didn't say that D&D. It's like, I'm not saying that D&D is bad. 5e is not bad. It's at this point. It's good. 5e is actually good. It's to some limit, but yeah. What went wrong is just I just put like I use D&D for anime stuff, and that's just wrong. Oh my god, that's the conclusion. It was like, what went wrong with that? But I think also what went wrong with the campaigns, I wouldn't say like about the setting, because the setting is pretty normal. You know, like what's wrong with the setting? What's wrong with the setting is that it's basic. You know, it's basic JRPG setting and stuff. Like, you know, it's like gods, primordials, dragons, and you know, it's not near. It's not Blast Blue. You know, you get what I meant. So like the setting is basic. But I think what went wrong with the campaigns was just that the story was not personal enough, which is why Nocturne of the Heaven is my favorite. Because Nocturne of the Heaven doesn't have like the Nocturne of the Heaven story is kind of personal for each characters, and that's also why I like Exodus, because Exodus like main power is personal attack, you know. But what happened to Lunarian Reunion was that the story is not personal enough for everyone. But also at the time, everyone is not used to roleplay yet at that time, and they're not used to creating the backstory yet. But for those kind of players, I just decided to like, hey, you know what? You're fighting a cult, and like there's this grand thing happening. Actually, we just started with like a really small story, but yeah. Yeah, but in the end, that's basically it. Next one is from Epiphany. not an actual question. Remember what you said a few weeks back about the most important thing in TRPG is to have fun? That'll help a lot. Thank you. Yes, guys. I guess, yeah. Over-prepare the world, under-prepare the session is one thing. But, like, the main thing, the main DM tips for everyone is basically have fun. You know, if you're not having fun, your players is not having fun. If you have fun, but your players don't, at least you have fun. At least one person on the table have fun. God. But yeah, seriously. Make what you want to make. Write what you want to write. But yeah. Next up from Prep Wanted. May I have some general prep advice? I'll outline my current system as a reference point. 1. My rule of thumb is X hours of scenes needs X hours of prep, and a 4-hour session needs 3 hours of scene with 1 hour spare. Sometimes players just 5 and extend scenes by themselves, or combat goes long. 2. A scene for me is basically the things the players interact or see or hear in a place, enemy stat block and other mechanics, NPCs focusing on vibes and role in scene, some banger lines I wanna drop, loot hints, tokens, map, music, consequences, what happens if they succeed or fail this scene, define success or failure, and so. And I don't always work out too much detail, sometimes I improvise the order and deliver of scenes. This isn't prep anymore though. Yeah, that's a pretty good rule of thumb. I'd say preparing scenes are, how do I say it? After being a DM or a GM for like for years, sometimes I overestimate how many things I can do in one session. So like at this point, my usual thing, it's like if you see like the Nocturne of the Heaven, Nocturne of the Heaven, what is it? Campaign notes around the end. Each session will probably have like just 3 or 4 scenes. Because like sometimes I just overestimate the number of things that I can do a session. Because like one scene in a Nocturne of the Heaven in Kamigakari game can actually take like 30 to 45 minutes. Not gonna lie. Especially if you have Narahara Maung and Hyona Elatiora in your playgroup. Not gonna lie. That's just stupid most of the time. It's like, you know, just get on, what is it? Role playing back and forth and everything. For me, because at this point I just do improv all the time. So like most of my campaign notes is now like my campaign notes. If I have like a note for like a campaign or like a one shot, 50% of them are basically things that I improv in a session. So basically what I wrote after the session, and 50% of them are what I wrote before the session. If you're already used to doing the improv, then there's no need to prepare like the scenes too much anymore, right? if you already know how your NPC will react, right? Imagine like, okay, so this scene will have like there's like the Amanojaku and Danesh will exist, right? So there's no need for if you already know how Amanojaku will act and how Danesh will act, you don't need to write down what they will say anymore. Right? You don't need to write down how the conversation will go anymore because you can just roleplay as them, and by role playing you can usually just see the things that, okay, people need to roll for this, people need to roll for that, and other stuff. That's why the table for like the guidelines for like how difficult something is usually in a game, like the DC like table. That's why they exist, and you need to have that all the time in front of you. So you can just decide immediately what DC, like how difficult this check will be. Because they just kept on like doing the improv. And this is not just about NPCs. It is also about like this is also about like your cities and like the organization and everything, right? If you understand how guards organizations, like how the organization of the guards of the city that you're in right now, how they will react, then you don't need to write anything about that. You don't need anything specific about that. You just need like the guidelines. Basically, if you have the guideline for the NPC, the guideline for the organization, the guideline for the city and everything, you will just be able to improve, like to just make shit up based on those, and they all will make sense because it's based on a guideline that you have in your mind. So because I sometimes like after like a little bit far in the middle of like in the but the problem is it usually happens like probably after like a few weeks of like doing things, right? After a few weeks. So once you understand a lot about like your own like world and NPCs and everything, at that stage, what I'm going to do, what I do like every week was basically like write the setup of things, right? Like the things that will definitely happen, not the things that will probably happen, just the things that will definitely happen, like a battle. Yeah, it will still happen. Oh, this boss battle, that boss battle, the mechanics of that boss battle, stuff like that. And also the cool things that I want to say, right? Stand tall, my children. Yeah, those things need to be written down. And like the intro with like DJ Danesh, for example, a speech from a character, for example, like stuff like that. So what I do is usually that, like for the rest, and the rest of the time will be for like the grunt work, looking for resources, making stat blocks and everything. But this is that's my prep steps basically, usually, yeah. I but in the end I go with your I'm doing the same exact thing as you, if I'm preparing for one shot. Because you know, one shots you cannot exactly wing it unless it's a really generic story. It reminded me of Perfect Works for Synergy Years, where the dev wrote out how the structure of government works for each civ. Yeah, this kind of stuff, huh? Yeah, that's what I do usually. Sayur Gulai asks, Mas Eja, I always wonder how you culture roleplay the NPCs in your campaign so well, and is it for role-playing characters? Also, is there any favorite or the most memorable NPC you've roleplayed so far? Exodus is my favorite. Other than Exodus, I think Angelmoa is one of my favorites. Like Angelmoa, like at the end, it's just a dude, right? Oh god. Any tips for role-playing characters? I think just understand what your character wants and what your character actually is, Usually I have like 2 things about my characters. Like every NPC always have 2 things. What they show and what they don't show, right? And they always affect each other. For example, Manariel Valentine. Manariel Valentine, what she shows is that just this kind lady who has the duty to help people. But what she didn't show is that she's just a really, really tired worker. Like, I'm tired, why did I do this? So like, so when that happens, it's just that every single thing that you understand is like, if you already understand like those 2 things about your character, you can not only create like what is it, you will be able to write what they will say according to those 2 things, basically the guidelines again. By write, I meant, you know, improvise and other stuff, right? And maybe the 3rd one is just the general idea of like how they are. Are they polite? Are they not polite? Are they rough? Are they like smart? And those things. So I guess those 3 things. Once you already know that, you can just what I usually do is daydream a lot. I like to call them brainstorming, not daydreaming. But I simulate how they are in different situations outside of sessions, basically, you know, or inside of sessions. Dude, do you know how many times I practice what is like, it's like a bunch of like other like a few lines and all. It's like a lot. Because that's just in my mind. It's like I will be driving a car alone and I will do lines, you know. I will just improv like a role play kind of thing. It's like, what if Exodus met Chrome? Or like, what if Manariel is the one who's there in the ruins meeting Exodus? What will happen? And like, I will play it out in my mind. That's a lie. I will just, you know, actually say things out loud. You know what? To be able to roleplay a lot of characters, you need to be insane. That's what I'm saying. Oh God. And I think at the until like around Nocturne, I learned how to I learned that it's better to make every character unreliable narrators. I like to add like those kind of stuff, like where everyone will be like, there's like misunderstanding exists. Like misunderstanding can be a nice conflict to have in a roleplay session. Like things that you didn't mean to say. For example, someone like Alexander Hexenmeister saying, it's like, oh, you were born in a tube. She wasn't. And he knew that, but like it was it was like, you know, asserting dominance, like he's technically angry. Or something like that. It's like, it's like everyone. So, you know, because just like your players, all NPCs don't know anything unless you wrote like an all-knowing bullshit like Exodus. My favorite is definitely Exodus, and Satoru actually. You know how nice it is to just play Satoru, because like most of my NPCs got that sarcastic mannerism from myself. I have like the sarcastic, like teasing people, bullying people tendency sometimes. And that also like that bleeds into my characters usually, right? It's like Hexenmeister is like Alexander always talk in like the condescending manners. Exodus is basically me, and Daniel Richter is like is a pessimist sometimes, and other people like Manariel is tired of life. She's like, like all like her ranting about things is like it's just me. It's like, I take this job and like other stuff. Yeah. It's like, but Satoru is like is such a fresh air. Because like I get to play someone who's kind, playful, but at the same time like kind of cool guy. Basically, someone who's not me. It's like Satoru is just so chill. but most of the time Seriously is like, oh god, yeah. But I think I also like to roleplay someone like, I don't know, my favorite, like my favorite roleplay moment is definitely Goro, Tachibana Goro in the second episode of Nocturne of the Heaven. Like, just that sheer, like, like that moment of build up is like, so you're here to save your friends. I just want to do this, like, just the fact that just from that voice, I can even hear like the reaction of my players. The reaction of Hyuna and Latura be like, is this him? Is this him? Is this him? And then it actually is him. And it turned out to actually be Goro. And like, oh my god, I like playing like menacing guys, like but most of the times my villains are all annoying because I'm annoying. Anon, is story writing related to DMing? I'm curious about your process of writing stories, and I assume you improvise the stories in the middle of the game, depending on player feedback. Do you make a list of possible story branching, or do you do it impromptu? I do it impromptu. I do not, well, things that needs preparation definitely needs, I definitely wrote like some possibilities of things. Definitely, but not everything. I do not try to write everything, but like it's more like if they go here, this cool thing will happen, because I want that kind of cool thing to happen. Basically, not because I'm trying to anticipate their movement or anything. I just think like, oh yeah, if that happens, that will be cool if this happens, right? It's the same as Goro again. The Goro thing on the second episode. It's like, Danesh Aroshid will definitely tell, who is it? Devya, I forgot her name. It will, Danish will definitely tell Nara to just not bring Sai there, or just don't come here at all. And like, I didn't think of it as a possibility at all for her to actually use loudspeaker. So I was like, well. but like the possibility of Goro there was actually written down, because like, oh yeah, that will be actually cool if they met Goro there. But so yeah. The loudspeaker is such a twist, I know. Have I ever completely improv somewhere? Completely? Like 100%? No. I still need to know, because like, other than being in DM, I like to make like cool. I try to write good stories, and good stories most of the time need some sort of writing, especially as a GM, especially in a TRPG. Like, you technically still need to write things. But yeah. But I have been in some, back then, like years and years ago, I used to like do full improv like 100% because I used to write things down as a guideline for like a few sessions instead of like each session. So like I wrote down like guidelines for like, this is what will happen around like 5 to 6 sessions because it's a D&D campaign, so it's more sandbox kind of stuff. This is what will happen like for 5 to 6 sessions. These are the things that they will be able to access and other stuff. So I wrote that, and for the next 5 or 6 session, I just do improv, like full improv while reading all of those. Sometimes I need to make characters on the spot. Sometimes I don't, but like those kind of stuff. And I hated it. I think the stories in the end need structure. Do not overcomplicate it. Do not like try to write everything down, but at least you still need a structure. DMing myth number 1. Railroading is bad. No, railroading is not inherently bad. You need some kind of railroading for like a good story because the players are there to not just have sandbox bullshit, but they also want to experience good stories, right? That's why Fabula and that's why Fabula Ultima and Kamigakari also exist with their scene by scene kind of stuff because railroad is sometimes needed. But the story writing related to DMing, it is a little bit more like storytelling. Story writing is part of DMing in a sense, but if you don't want to try to write stories, you can, especially if you just play D&D, there's a lot of modules out there. Like other people already wrote things for you. You can just run those. You don't need to write your own story. Or you can just copy someone else's homework, right? It's like, hey, I wanna play. I wanna do like Naruto, but not Naruto. I will just play like the whole story of Naruto, but we'll change Naruto to the player character. That's okay too if you don't, if you do not publish it. If you do not publish it, if you don't make it as a stream, then do it. Like, it's just fun within the privacy of your house. So yeah. If you want to like, what if? God, but yeah. Anon asks, what do I need to prepare for my first time DMing? I've been a player for several years with different DMs, but still not sure where shall I start. I thought have more DM references will help, but it just makes me overwhelmed and confused. What you need to prepare for your first time DMing is a really, really, really simple one-shot. That's it, right? This is what I always tell like people who want to start DMing or GMing. Prepare three scenes, like prepare 3 scenes for your first session. That's it, just 3 scenes. Do not feel like do not try to reach that 4 hours mark for a one shot, like for your first one shot. Like, just 3 scenes, right? 4 technically. So basically, what you need to prepare is like 1, a social encounter with like the one that gave the mission, whatever kind of mission that is. 2, some kind of puzzle. 3, a battle. 4, the conclusion. That's it. That's the only thing that you need to prepare. Like 4 of those. And those things don't need to be hard. Like do not try to like... You're not Hideo Kojima. Let's just face it, right? Like, especially when it's your first time DMing, right? You're not Hideo Kojima. You're not Yoko Taro. Right? Like Hideo Kojima wasn't Hideo Kojima the first time he made like a game or something. So do not like be such a perfectionist that you need to create like such a great session for your first time gaming. No, just make a session. Just make it, right? That's the only thing you would need to prepare. Like, do not think too much about it, right? It's like just one social encounter in a place to like a puzzle or something, or like puzzle or some revelation or anything, exploration basically. 3, a battle. 4, the conclusion. As an example, I will give you the session, an MIA session with Fulgur of it. Melee Parfait. Wait, I forgot who was there. Was it Fulgur Melee? Was it Fulgur Melee Petra? Wait, no, there's no Melee there. I think it's Fulgur Anna? No, not the one with Shoto. Fulgur Anna Petra Shu? Was Fulgur there? I forgot. Wait, let me check. Fulgur Shu Anna Petra, right? That's Fulgur Shu Anna Petra, I think. The wolf one, exactly, the wolf one. That's I think that's an example for a really simple session. You go to a place, a really small place. You do not need to like prepare something big. You go to a place, a bar. You have a social encounter. The social encounter will like just show like everything that needs to be shown for the story, right? So there's the bartender, there's Loki that is actually bullied, and other people who bullies Loki and everything, right? And then the second one is some kind of like puzzle revelation or like some other exploration kind of thing. Basically the build up to the battle, right? And I'm dead. My face cam is dead. I'm sorry about that. So so basically the time when Fulgur found out about the things and all and stuff and everything around that stuff, and that's good, that's nice. And then a battle, right? A battle ensued, and then the conclusion. That's pretty much it. Nothing else you need. That's the formula of like a simple session, and that's it. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Kenapa musiknya mati anjir? Oh shit. That's my DAS. What the fuck, man? That's my DAS. Oh no. Oh, there you go. No. I think I unplugged something, and turns out that's my DAS, direct attached storage, not NAS. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's basically what you need to prepare for like a campaign, and yeah, for a session, really. And for a campaign, you just do that every few weeks. Oh my god. Oh God. Oh no, wait, that's 2.0. This one, okay, that's 3.0. Okay, I'm back. Hi, people. So yeah. So that exists. Just start small, guys. Start really small. Next one, Eja, kalau mau paham tentang TRPG itu harus belajar dari mana dulu? Soalnya masih benar-benar awam. Terima kasih. Just watch some watch some clips for that. Nonton beberapa video tentang itu gitu. Intinya lu harus lihat orang main dulu. Ya kan? Lu harus lihat orang main dulu. Dan not gonna lie, nonton VTuber main tuh agak karena nggak berasa gitu. Lu nggak lihat orang lempar dadu, lu kagak ngelihat orang, lu cuma ngelihat chat, lu bahkan cuma ngelihat Fugi nyala mati gitu kan, kayak to be honest gitu kan. I mean, I'm a VTuber doing RPG stuff, but like if it's like even that, it's like kind of thing. Jadi intinya kalau lu mau belajar, mau paham tuh, ya kan, coba nonton dulu. Beberapa yang gua rekomendasiin tuh namanya Celebrity D&D. Jadi Celebrity D&D itu dia ada mestinya di Geek and Sundry. There's this one D&D session, ada satu D&D session yang mainnya sama Terry Crews. Bahkan kalau lu bener-bener awam banget ya tentang TRPG ya, jangan nonton Critical Role, jangan nonton Dimension 20 dulu. Nggak usah. Gue yakin lu kagak bakal tahan nonton itu 4 jam. Yakin sumpah. Kalau lu nggak ngerti sama sekali apa yang kejadian, ya, yakin gue lu nggak bakal tahan nonton 4 jam. Serius. Kecuali lu di situ buat lihat ceritanya. Tapi kan lu mau ngeliat TRPG-nya kan, bukan ngeliat ceritanya. Kalau cerita mah orang dengerin sandiwara radio juga sama aja gitu kan. Lu bisa lah gitu. Ya. Tapi kalau lu tertarik sama TRPG-nya, nonton yang kayak yang udah dipotong kayak 30 menit gitu kan. Nonton yang udah dipotong 30 menit, nonton yang udah dipotong 20 menit gitu. Jadi lu langsung paham gitu, misalnya apa yang secara general apa gitu loh. Nah, yang kayak orang ngobrol-ngobrol terus nanti suruh roll dadu. Roll dadu kalau berhasil kayak begini. Roll dadu kalau gagal kayak begini. Terus lagi berantem pakai roll dadu segala macam. Itu nanti nonton yang pendek-pendek gitu aja, nanti lu ngerti pelan-pelan, baru habis itu pelan-pelan bisa, kalau udah tertarik benar-benar, yaudah lah coba yang panjang-panjang nonton, atau lu coba main. Yang paling bener sebenarnya kalau lu mau paham bener ya, lu benar-benar mau paham ya, Sparta aja, muka badak, cari DM, terus bilang mau coba main. Udah, lu tau gak sih, DM itu ya, semua forever DM itu ya. Lu kalau ada yang ngajakin main, dia tuh pasti langsung kayak, lu tau gak sih kayak apa sih? Kalau lu ketemu guru yang emang mau ngajarin gitu kan ya, lu ke ruang guru yang emang mau ngajarin, terus kayak lu nanya sesuatu pasti langsung diambilin bukunya, terus kalau lu disuruh duduk terus buka buku, tulis, catat ini, terus kayak bener-bener langsung diajarin. Kalau lu itu semua forever DM tuh kayak gitu. Jadi kalau lu cari forever DM, kalau lu ketemu forever DM atau lu ketemu teman lu yang ada DM, atau lu cari kenalan yang DM, terus lu bilang, gue mau coba main dong, dia pasti langsung bilang, oh minggu depan ada session, mau ikutan nggak? Soalnya Karena kita nggak bisa main kalau nggak ada lu pada gitu loh. kita nggak bisa bersenang-senang tanpa lu pada. Jadi kalau lu pasti kalau ada yang DM didatengin orang yang mau ikut, pasti langsung semangat. Sama kayak orang kalau lu punya temen, sebut saja namanya Narahara Maung gitu ya, gitu kan. Terus lu bilang ke Narahara Maung, Nara, gue kayaknya mau coba FF14 deh. Langsung dikasih, lu dijabanin, lalu ditungguin lu. Lu semalaman lu langsung ditungguin. Dari bikin account, download, tunggu free trial selesai download, habis itu login, habis itu nanti langsung masuk ke dalam gamenya, lu diikutin. Terus nanti sama beberapa hari ke depan lu ketemu dungeon, nanti dia sayang, oh nanti kalau dungeon ajak gua juga ya gitu. Sumpah, ya sama aja kayak gitu. Langsung nggak pakai apa. Jadi kalau kayak lu mau paham ya, cara paham paling pertama paling bagus adalah cari DM. Kalau misalnya lu kan nih pada riaju ya. Kalau misalnya lu masih takut, cari temen juga yang bisa lu tarik. Cari temen yang misalnya juga tertarik, atau temen yang bisa lu manipulasi buat lu bawa kemana-mana, atau temen yang saking subnya bener-bener iya aja gitu kan. Nah, terus itu bisa lu ajakin semua gitu, kayak oh ya temenin gua dong gitu. Terus jadi kalian beberapa berdua bertiga gitu misalnya, cari DM terus bilang, oh kita mau coba gimana ya. Dan nanti paling dibikinin game. Yakin gue pasti dibikinin game. Lu kalau forever dia, kalau udah pada DM yang udah biasa DM bertahun-tahun gitu ya, mereka udah punya. Mereka udah punya campaign yang tinggal, oh ya sekarang gitu. Serius gua. Mereka tuh kayak pasti punya kayak go to tutorial. Serius. Gue nggak bercanda nih, gue nggak bercanda beneran. Kayak lu kalau misalnya bertiga gitu, terus ketemu orang yang bertiga, terus cari orang yang ya misalnya teman lama lah atau teman SMA lah, yang udah nggak deket tapi lu tahu kalau nge-DM, terus tanya aja gitu, DM-in dong gitu. Sumpah dalam waktu 10 menit dia akan membantu Anda membuat karakter level 3. Kalau Danny 5 ya, dalam waktu 10 menit mereka akan membantu kalian membuat karakter level 3, atau mereka punya seabrek karakter cadangan level 3, terus langsung main. Yeah, that's an exaggeration, but yeah, you know. Kalau lu orang Indo juga lu bisa masuk ke D&D Indonesia Discord. Cari aja. Kalau nggak salah ada Instagramnya. Lu bisa masuk dari situ. Mestinya. Di situ ada ininya, terus lu masuk di situ. Tiap hari pasti ada DM yang minta yang cari player. Atau lu ngobrol situ. Ada yang bisa bantuin aku nggak gitu. Carilah temen lu yang suaranya unyu gitu, kalau di voice chat gitu kan, atau ngobrolnya unyu gitu, udah. Men are simple people. Men are the simplest of all, and they're simpletons. Carilah temen lo yang pick me girl apa gimana gitu, ajakin lah main Danny. Udah pas langsung ketemu DM. Gila. Cogil behavior. Anyway, next up, Suzu. Ja, gimana kalau DM udah nyiapin world dan store-nya, tapi salah satu player milik chaotic evil yang sejenis? FF Kefka misalnya, yang benar-benar pure evil for fun. Kalau itu tips ngarahin playernya gimana ya supaya tidak terlalu destruktif campaign kita? Caranya lu larang. Suzu, hai Suzu, larang. Gitu ya. Lu mulai campaign nih, lu bikin campaign, terus ada orang bikin, gue mau bikin karakter chaotic evil ya, terus lu bilang jangan anjing gitu. Ini bukan evil campaign, oke? Caranya gitu, lu jangan, pokoknya gini, kalau ada orang gila, jangan tambah lu iyain gitu, maksudnya jangan tambah lu iyain, atau jangan jangan lu coba ikutin maunya dia gitu. Jangan, kalau menurut lu emang bakal destruktif, menurut lu emang nggak bagus, lu bilang dari awal gitu, jangan. Nggak bisa gitu. Bukannya dilarang orang chaotic evil, nggak dilarang kok. Tapi jadi chaotic evil pun ada tempatnya, gitu kan? Itu sama kayak gini, itu berlaku juga di kebalikannya gitu loh. Hey guys, ini evil campaign. Terus ada karakter lu satu, ada player lu satu yang datang bilang, oh gue mau bikin lawful good. Ya udah, lu sebagai DM boleh bilang, lu tolol ya. Lawful good nggak ada kata-kata evilnya anjing. Gimana caranya lawful good? Ya susu ya, dilarang. Bukannya nggak bisa, tapi gini, lu harus tahu playernya kayak gimana. Karena kebanyakan player ya, apalagi player yang belum lama main, belum ngerti roleplay. Jadi bedakan, ya kan? Kalau orang yang udah biasa roleplay apa segala macam, apalagi roleplay di Discord server lah, roleplay di Twitter lah, roleplay jadi anggota K-pop boyband lah, roleplay yang jadi apalah segala macam OC apa segala macam gitu, mereka tuh pasti udah ngerti gitu. Karena kalau mereka tuh di situ bukan buat mereka sendiri gitu kan. Mereka di situ bukan cerita mereka sendiri, tapi mereka tuh di situ bikin cerita bareng-bareng yang lain. Itu mereka udah tahu. Tapi buat orang-orang yang nggak biasa roleplay, yang benar-benar cuma chaotic, kalau udah mulai pegang chaotic neutral atau chaotic evil, lu nggak bakal bisa, lu bener-bener nggak bakal nggak bakal bisa handle gitu, karena mereka bakal melakukan segala sesuatunya sembarangan tanpa merasa ada konsekuensi, ya kan? Atau kalau lu juga gila, kalau lu juga gila, ya harus ada konsekuensinya, gitu kan? Misalnya nih, ya bilang ini world bukan berarti nggak, ini game world bukan berarti nggak ada solusi, nggak ada konsekuensi gitu. Kayak lu tiba-tiba ngeledakin bar, ya orang yang punya bar manggil polisi lah, anjing, ya kan? Terus lu lama-lama jadi ada buronan, jadi buronan lah gitu. Wanted. Nah, terus lama-lama kan makin lama makin susah. Orang campaign-nya dia harus nolong orang, terus orangnya ngelihat nih mukanya langsung manggil polisi. Ini kan sama timnya kan jadi gila, kan lu gila banget sih anjing gitu. Kira ditinggal. Ya kan? Intinya itulah yang pentingnya session zero gitu. Session zero adalah dimana diamnya bilang, gue mau bikin cerita yang kayak gini, kalian tertariknya cerita yang kayak gimana gitu kan. Nah, kalau misalnya 5 dari 6 player bilang kita mau menyelamatkan dunia gitu kan, terus yang satu bilangnya gua mau bunuh orang sebanyak-banyaknya termasuk anak kecil. Ya udah, selanjutnya lu bilang kayak gini, ya lu jangan main sama kita anjing gitu. Maaf Nobita gitu, nggak di sini tempat lu. lu cari yang lain, nggak gitu caranya. Gitu. Player pertama gue bacok NPC di scene pertama, ya itu dia gitu loh. Nah, kayak maaf cari meja lain. Gitu. Ya intinya sih sebagai DM lu juga harus keras. Soalnya player lain nggak bakal ngomong. Gue seneng tuh kalau ada player lain tuh yang ini ya, yang rada aktif buat sama player, berdiskusi dengan sama player. Tapi kebanyakan player tuh kagak. Jadi ya udah tugas lu jadi guru TK sebenarnya. Jadi begitu ya, Suzu ya. Dilarang ya, dilarang. Anon, will there be any plan to release your DM document or notes of any of your TRPG series? I will talk about it. I'm not gonna release them because they're extremely messy. Yes. Next one is from Yukari. How do you think about your moving of DM? I can write English, sorry. DM no yaku ga 苦手なのですが、レイザ君は DM をするとき、何を考えていますか？ああ、DM するとき何を考えていますか？Oh god, it's going to be hard to explain it in Japanese because I can't speak Japanese. Because but basically what I think about was the how the NPCs will react, or what the world rule is, and how to bring all of this chaos into the main plot, basically. That's literally what's in my mind. I just kept like writing and rewriting stories constantly in my head. DM talk from Joker's Hideout. I found out Kamigakari from your many TRPG sessions and of course Nocturne of the Heaven. How did you and the amazing regulars find out about Kamigakari? Oh, so a few years ago, I found Kamigakari by chance because I was looking for TRPGs that are extremely weeb, basically. I was browsing around for Japanese TRPG, basically. So I found Sword World. I found Tank. I forgot what it's called. And then I found Kamigakari. Right? I found Kamigakari Kickstarter. At that time, they're not released yet. So I found some things that I cannot disclose. You know, we're people of the internet. That I'm extremely interested in. Yeah, it was like, you know, that basically showed like the previous, like what Kamigakari is, and I was like, man, this is interesting. But I didn't have any players for that. So cut to a few years later, I'm with my amazing regulars, and I found out that Kamigakari is released already. And I was like, hey, let's play using this system. And the moment everyone starts reading them, they're fully interested in it, because, like, you know, the weeb stuff, the combat motorcycle, and other things. So that's how we found Kamigakari. Just like what PEB said, basically how we found Fabula Ultima. Because I found Fabula Ultima on Drive-Thru-RPG. I was like, what the fuck is this? A TTJRPG? Oh, by the way, talking about Fabula Ultima. Fabula Ultima just won, like, awards, man. Dude. Like, Fabula Ultima won awards. Do you know that? They just won the Annies. Neat Games is... Dude, man. Really. Yeah. They won like best game and product of the year of the Annies. Gold and silver. Respectively. And dude, congratulations to all of them. Even the creator commented on Nocturne of the Heaven. I know, right? Like, seriously. The creator. The creator of Avanluna Ultima. I forgot their handle. Roosterema. Commented on like Kamigakari stuff and our Fabula Ultima stuff, and I was like, what? But like, it's one of the best system I've ever read for the past few years. But yeah, that's how I found Kamigakari though. So yeah, there we go. Anon asked, during your time playing TRPGs, have I ever sang as part of the RPG role-playing or as the DM? If you did, I wouldn't be shocked because you are a great singer. I always like your singing streams, by the way. Thank you. I've never fully sang. I have never fully sung anything. As part of the role play. But I did write like a bunch of songs before, you know. So yeah, that's what I do. I mean, in the end, I'm still a singer-songwriter. Hey AJ, will we be able to see you as the RPG player instead of DM or GM before you graduate? You don't know. To be honest, I don't know about that too, so we'll see. Anon ask, I remember in the tweet how you say Lanesan or NIJISANJI Wave 3 members will make like a good adventuring party, and I agree so much. As a fan of you and Lanesans, is there a chance for a TRPG session with all 3 members before, well, that time comes? Nah, there won't be any time for that. But yeah, I always say that they're like good adventuring like party. You know, like we have like the one with time traveling abilities and 2 wolves. One is definitely like a DPS and tank at the same time. And then the other one is like kind of monk, but noble. Like the monk is a noble. She's a princess, isn't she? Narahara monk is a prince. Is a princess. It's like it's a cool adventuring party, isn't it? Like 3 people. It's like they're like main characters from, I don't know. It's like it will be like I don't know, like Macross or something. I don't know. Isn't there like 20 days only? Yeah, I know, right? Like 20 days only is like If Macross, then love triangle. Yeah, between the 3 of them. That will be the funniest shit ever. Oh god. There's no time for that because like Azura Cecilia is graduating this month, right? And Narahara Maung will follow like 2 weeks after, I think. And 3 weeks after that, me, but Yeah. The last question is for Shakaiji no Monday that talked about graduation, because like someone just sent it like right now, like during the stream. Someone asked, will you sing the "We Will Meet Again" Otsukareja song again? That will be my graduation stream, guys. 5 hours of Otsukareja. Oh my god. Oh lord. But there you have it, DM talk. So many things I talk about. So many stuff got revealed, especially Rebirth. Rebirth is like, well, you know, like, ooh, do you guys want to talk about like weight of the world? That stream that didn't work, that stream concept that didn't work. Like, I didn't like how it performed. Like, I didn't have fun. The players probably, like some of the viewers like probably are confused anyway. It's clunky. That's why I was like, you know, like let's just leave it, because like we're starting Nocturne anyway. But I like the story of Weight of the World actually. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I like the story of Weight of the World. Have I talked about you guys that about have I talked about that Tale of the Father? So Tale of the Father is about like Tachibana Goro. I forgot his name. I forgot the old man's name, but like we're using the same exact like what is it? Art. His name is Reinhardt, I believe. So Reinhardt, he lost his wife and his daughter on his daughter's wedding. And then he basically he is traveling as an adventurer. He's back as an adventurer to get money to revive his wife and daughter. Basically, he's trying to he wants to resurrect them, because it's the ending world. So if you have like enough gold, you can buy enough diamonds to resurrect them. So that's Reinhardt's story. At the same time, and the girl's story was about her being the wolf that killed her own people. So like, but and throughout like the whole first like thing, it's just like she kept denying that. I was like, I can't be that. I can't be that wolf. But at some point she will accept that the whole cult is trying to get the girl to be like their, well, leader kind of thing, and Loki is just trying to get money because he took a job and that job is to bring that girl to the cult. So basically that. So like what I was intended to happen for the three of them was like Reinhardt will understand that, like, you know, rather than like fixating on like on his late wife and child, he will focus on what the future holds. So he will mend his relationship with his son-in-law, or he will prioritize prioritize the girl. I forget the girl's name. while the girl will eventually got caught by like the cult, and she will just accept her true self, and you know, and start using that power instead and start to control. So she's basically that kid from Bungo Stray Dogs. do you guys know that kid from Bungo Stray Dogs? Atsushi? Yeah, she's basically that. At some point she will understand, oh my god, I'm the wolf all along. I'm the tiger all along, and I will be able to control this power. And Loki will, at some point, he will be the one who sold like the girl to the cult, and then he will regret it, and yada yada yada. 3 people. That's his first 6 episodes. That's basically the 6 episodes that I planned, right? Because like what's supposed to happen, like they're supposed to go like to a certain like small settlement, like they will go like to the west, like for an adventure, and they will like stay in like a small settlement, and the settlement is attacked, and like the girl understands like the settlement is attacked because the cult knows that I'm here, and like the girl will actually confront Loki that like I know that you're the one who told them, and Loki will like it's no big deal, just no big deal, it's like it's just for money, you know. It's like, and then the girl's like, oh, it's okay, it's as long as Reinhardt is okay, and like the girl will like captured by the cult, but like at some point the cult will just massacre everyone in the settlement except Reinhardt and Loki, and Loki will like they didn't tell me that this will happen, and Reinhardt they will like fight each other, and Reinhardt will like, I'll go save her. And Loki will is like, I will go with you. And like what will happen is like and at around the cult, like at someone they will reach the cult, and like they will manage to like to save the girl, but like Loki will die at that time. Like when Loki dies, and then Reinhardt actually found like enough money to resurrect like his one of his family member, like his wife or his child, but then he will decide to like but the ending for that story will basically be Reinhardt choosing to resurrect Loki instead, and then they will walk towards the sunset. I planned all of those, and I was like, dude, I can just write a novel instead of like doing this like this way. I was like, why don't I just write a novel? So yeah, but basically like that's the story that I planned for like those 3. Yeah, the power of the RPG is to see human players make human choice, not a chat. Exactly, that's what I meant. And that's why it doesn't work. And you know, it's fine when something doesn't work. It's like, yeah. The experiment is needed to be done. You know, you can't you know, you can't make a successful cult without kidnapping some children. Ja, pendapat kamu soal game Baldur's Gate gimana? Gue kan pengen main ya Baldur's Gate ya. Cuma masalahnya Baldur's Gate tuh cuma punya ini anjing. Cuma punya base classes doang. Gue kayak nggak mau gitu. Gue mau jadi Blade Singer. Gue mau jadi Blade Singer Wizard. Gue mau bikin Blade Singer Wizard yang terus multi class ke fighter gitu loh. Masalahnya nggak ada. Nggak bisa. Expansionnya nggak sampai sono. Jadi gue bakal harus nunggu expansion gitu. Expansion Sword Coast-nya mana? Expansion Sword Coast. Gitu. Terus gue juga pengen. Tapi masalahnya gue nggak bisa jadi Eladrin juga sih. Jadi kayak nggak ada gunanya juga. Terlalu niche build-nya. Ya terlalu niche. Karakter yang di level 5 punya 20 sekian AC tanpa menjadi barbarian atau paladin. Soalnya gue suka, masalahnya kalau gue suka kayak yang dex build gitu loh. Jadi kayak in karakter lebih ramping gitu loh, lebih ramping, lebih kayak Exia daripada kayak atau Barbatos gitu, lebih ramping, lebih dex, lebih kencang, lebih swing daripada jadi kayak Sazabi. Nyari pikirnya lebih gampang, tolol. Nggak gitu juga. Tapi bener sih. Maksudnya kalau dicari di Pinterest juga ya, misalnya kayak buat nyolong di Pinterest ya. Lebih ganteng-ganteng gitu, lebih keren-keren gitu. Lebih anime daripada yang pakai armor sekebon. Gitu deh. Jadi gue juga kayak tapi yang gue tunggu itu game yang si RPG kayak gitu. Jadi classical RPG kayak gitu. Cuman anime itu belum ada yang bikin. Gue tuh nunggu gitu. Nggak ada lah. Nggak ada kayak mau bikin ini begini tapi anime gitu loh. Yang anime banget gitu loh. Yang JRPG gitu tapi si RPG. Kayak bayangin Divinity 2 tapi artnya anime banget gitu. Nggak ada, sayang sekali. Soalnya pemain CRPG kebanyakan juga bukan weeb. Ya bagaimana ya, pasar lah ya, begitu pasar. Mungkin nanti bakal main sih Baldur's Gate. Mungkin bakal main. Yang jelas nggak di stream mungkin. Tapi bakal mencoba main mungkin. Ya begitulah Baldur's Gate dan begitunya. Nanti what's different between TRPG and TRPG? Kalau TRPG tuh ya TRPG kan bukan main game, bukan video game. CRPG kalau gue bilang CRPG itu video game CRPG, classical RPG. Itu video game. Kalau TRPG kan bukan video game. Begitulah. Pengen sih main tapi akhir-akhir ini gue juga sering main Divinity 2 sih. Lagi mencoba Divinity 2. Enaknya Divinity 2 tuh kayak pilihan lu macem-macem. So kayak lu bisa bunuh siapa aja kayak apa gitu-gitu kayak gitu-gitu. Yang penting enak. Terus apa lagi ya? Apa lagi yang mau diobrolin ya? Urusan TRPG ya. Rebirth udah. Bapak-bapak udah. Terus iya, Divinity Original Sin 2, bukan Divinity 2. Divinity 2 ada lagi, beda lagi. Bapak-bapak udah, Rebirth udah, bapak-bapak Rebirth udah. CFS udah, Color of the End. Ya bareng-bareng CFS ngobrolinnya. Udah lama selalu diobrolin. Nocturne of the Heaven, apalagi Shenlong. Gila ya. Paling gitu doang. I think kayaknya gue udah ngobrol, gue udah ngomongin segala macamnya itu. Nggak tahu deh abis ini gue yang jelas buat 2 bulan ke depan sih nggak ada TRPG di channel sini ya. Mungkin bakal sering-sering ngobrolin aja. Apalagi karena Nocturne kan, Nocturne the first 5 tiap minggu ya. Jadi ditonton lah, ada tontonan kalian selama 3 minggu ke depan lah itu ya. Itu tolong sering-sering di replay supaya gue dapet duit AdSense. Oh my god, bercanda. Cuman tuh gue dari kemarin tuh jadi kan masalahnya tuh kalau nonton YouTube dia itu kayak ada thresholdnya gitu, lu harus nonton berapa lama baru akan muncul iklan lagi kan. Jadi gue nggak bisa ngecek kalau gue nonton videonya tanpa nonton Premiere tuh, kalau gue nonton nggak di Premiere terus tanpa pakai itu Premium tuh muncul beneran nggak iklannya itu diantaranya jeng jet Nocturne of the Heaven. Jadi tolong kalian yang mencoba tolong kasih tahu ya bisa beneran apa enggak. Soalnya lucu banget soalnya gue kan waktu ngerjain ini kan lagi sambil call sama Hyuna ya. Gue bikin terus sambil ini sama Hyuna, terus gue kayak nunjukin kayak Hyun gitu. Gue share screen terus dia bilang orang gila gitu. Habis itu waktu sambil uploadnya juga kan masih call, terus gue kayak kasih tahu gitu, oh my god, gue bisa naruh customnya ditaruh di tengah-tengah itu, gitu. Ya di cutnya ada iklan, let's go. Oh god. Cuma yang gue lupa itu pasang title screennya. Mestinya kayak abis abis Nocturne of the Heaven wa Goran no sponsor no Takio de Okushimasu. Abis itu mestinya ada titlenya dulu, cek gitu. Cuma gue lupa. Beneran jadi anime. Sayangnya gitu. Itu dan gua nggak sempat bikin preview buat tiap episode selanjutnya. Tadinya tuh gue pengen, tau gak sih? Tadinya tuh gue pengen buat Nocturne of the Heaven tuh gue pengen bikin preview yang kayak previewnya Angel Beats. Kalian tau preview Angel Beats nggak? Previewnya dung terus kayak orang-orang ngobrol gitu. Terus belakangnya kayak gitu. Ya gua nggak ada skill sayangnya, adanya cuma skill. Anyway, ya itulah TR Puji Talk kita malam ini. Terima kasih kalian telah menghadiri obrolan yang sangat nerdy ini di malam minggu. Kegiatan yang sangat bermanfaat ya, mendengarkan obrolan yang sangat geek di malam minggu. Sampai jumpa minggu depan. By minggu depan mungkin Senin gitu kan. Kan besok nggak ada stream tuh gue bilangnya. Jadi soalnya kerja. Jadi minggu depan nanti lah, mudah-mudahan besok gue nggak lupa bikin schedule lah. I'll see you guys later. Gue usahain selama beberapa minggu ke depan sampai gue graduate minimal ada 1 Hikigatari lah tiap minggu ya. Cuma buat duduk-duduk sambil ini aja. Kemarin gue janji belajar lagu apa ya? Lupa gue. Ini ya, jamrut ya. Yang ini zamannya sabu-sabu itu ya. Ya gak sih? Lupa gua. Kalau Surti kan ya udah bisa. Kalau Surti iya yang mati kemudian kan. Iya. Berakit-rakit kita ke hulu, berenang kita ke tepian, bersakit dahulu, senang pun tak datang, malah mati kemudian. Itu kayak, wah bagus banget tuh lagu. Menggambarkan kita banget gak sih? Obrolan. Baiklah anak-anakku, akan aku tinggalkan kalian di sini. Kita akan ketemu lagi di stream selanjutnya. Sampai jumpa. Bando, ya ampun. Reza. Oh iya lupa gue yang ini apa? Ada suara gue juga tetap. Ya halo, Bando, ya ampun gitu. Salah ya. Jangan Bando ya ampun kayak peace, love, and gaul. Kalian tahu Bando nggak sih? Tahu lah ya. Tahu lah ya, masa nggak tahu Bando? Kalau nggak tahu Bando, jambu lah, jambu. Bando nama bukan tuh bandeng. Bando lah, bando. Ntar gue cariin ntar ya. Bando ya ampun. Bando ya ampun itu lupa gue caranya kayak apa sebenarnya Bando itu, cuma gue ingat aja Bando ya ampun. Bando ya ampun itu nggak tahu lah, pokoknya TV 90-an ya kata tulisannya. Ini acara TV jadul lah, acara TV anak-anak. Ya udahlah ya. Nah, kalian bisa Google sendiri lah namanya, itu tulisannya Bando ya ampun gitu. Ntar juga ketemu. Ya ampunnya tangan di kepala gitu. Ya ampun gitu. Sama nanti kalian cari juga itu apa namanya, planet remaja. Udah sono lihatlah itu planet, carilah planet remaja tuh. Ya udahlah ya. Cuma acara paling bagus tetap kuis dangdut. Apaan tuh gitu. Apaan tuh kalau gitu. Nah itu tuh Jajah Avanluna. Selamat tinggal teman-teman. Apaan tuh? Oh spontan, spontan, ini gue nggak jadi end stream ini, kita malah ngobrolin itu, wey. Kenapa sih? Gue end stream lah ya. Dadah.